And welcome everyone to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto. We got a lot to talk about today. We got Ian with us on the show. Ian, how you doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic. Bears had a nice bye week. We didn't have to really worry about anything. Nice and rested for Washington this weekend.
Yeah. Which obviously, for the Bears, this 4-2 start has its pros and cons. The pro, 4-2. The con, the rest of the division is good.
Yeah, and we have a very tough schedule ahead of us.
Yes, starting with Washington, who their quarterback Jaden Daniels is currently suffering rib injuries, so we might see their backup on Sunday. I don't know for sure, but all I'm going to say is do not sleep on this backup because
hmm
we've seen what the Bears have played against some backup quarterbacks. It's not pretty.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you don't want to, as they always say, next man up. And taking a look at Washington's depth chart, their backup is Marcus Mariota.
hmm
So we
So,
could see Marcus Mariota on Sunday, depending on Jaden Daniels' health status.
would
Mariota
have
is
just
still,
loved to see Caleb against uh Daniels, the first pick and the second pick going off. That would have been great.
yeah. I mean, it's still up in the air, but again, we'll see. But yes,
hmm
Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, that would have been a perfect matchup for the Sunday. But it's still going to be a good game with how good both teams are.
2 years ago, that was like one of the worst matchups in the world, and now this is like going to be like one of the best games of the year.
You,
Hopefully,
me, Nick, Mike, and Budweiser Jimbo were unfortunately at that game. Well, for Budweiser Jimbo, no, because he likes Washington. But for us, we're
yeah,
like, what the fuck are we watching?
that sucked. And wasn't that when they were still the Washington football team?
I think that was their first year as the Commanders, if I'm
Okay,
correct.
yeah. Oh
But
man,
regardless, Ian, like you said, that game was terrible to watch, and the only touchdown of the game for the Bears was kind of on a lucky throw the way Dante Pettis caught the ball.
hmm
Like he was losing his bounce as he was going down. I mean, he caught it thankfully. And oh my god, for those who were watching the game on Prime, I feel so bad for you just for how soon it was cut to it. Like Fields was the ball was already thrown when the camera cut to the play. And I'm like, you idiots.
Yep. I th think that was Prime's first year doing Thursday night football. But look how they're
Yes.
doing now. They're honestly the best broadcast.
Yes. And I'm glad they're getting their shit together because a lot of people were shitting on Prime in the past couple years, and I don't blame them. I don't
Yeah.
blame them.
Yeah, and now we're getting NASCAR on Prime next year for a few races too. So I hope they knock it out of the park with the way that they've been running the NFL.
Just don't do it like how Fox did it.
Yeah, just learn from Fox and just don't do anything that they do.
Yes, which means less commercials, please, less commercials.
Yeah, right.
So if
Uh,
Kyle Larson or Joey Logano wrecks, Logano wrecked. But first, we're gonna go to a commercial break
yeah, right. You know
and
what?
not even
That
see.
I wouldn't mind
Yeah, exactly.
as
Oh
long
yeah,
as they wreck.
those two buffoons. Okay, that's fine. But other stuff like really, you're gonna cut away from that?
hmm Go figure.
Yep. But to the end. But with the Bears playing on Sunday, I mean the NFC North, it's one of the tough divisions in football, and I honestly don't mind that because you need this good competition.
Yeah, exactly. That's what builds character, and that's what the Bears need. We need some tough competition. And it's crazy that we really don't play any of our division rivals until
Mid-November,
yeah,
November 16th, if
mid-November
I'm correct.
17th when we go up against the Packers. And then we play the Vikings and the Lions, and then the 49ers after that, and then the Vikings again. Lions, Seahawks, Packers. This is going to be a tough second half of the schedule here.
So come November, if the Bears want any shot to either A, win the division, which I don't see happening this year, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't see us winning the division. But those three games that you mentioned in November in the division, we pretty much need to win those 3 games. We
Yeah,
have to.
we really do. I mean, I never say never. I really do think we can win this division, but it's tough. We honestly are a good team for a wild card this year.
Exactly. I like being wrong sometimes, and you know what? If the Bears win the division, I won't mind that.
Absolutely, man. Don't be fooled. I am a Bears fan, but I saw this Bills hat in Galena, and it was just too beautiful to pass up.
it's
So I like the Bills too, AFC team.
I like yeah, that is a really nice hat, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love Bills Mafia. One of my things on my bucket list before I die is to go to a Bills tailgate and fly through a table.
Well, that's one of 2 reasons why we would go to the state of New York. Maybe three. The base you would go to New York. Maybe three. The Baseball Hall of Fame and Watkins Glen.
Oh, absolutely. And that part of upstate New York is just beautiful too.
Yeah, we're not fucking with New York City. No, no.
Yeah,
You will never
too
see me
dirty.
go there. But no, taking a look at the rest of the NFC North, the only saving grace we got this weekend was the Lions taking down the undefeated Vikings.
Yeah, that was good to see the Vikings finally get a loss. Kind of levels the playing ground a little bit in the NFC North. I was rooting for the Lions that night.
We were
Um,
too.
but yeah, that was really, really good to see out of the Lions, and Dan Campbell still got that dog in him.
He does, and it's also funny when you see the Vikings pull their normal choke jobs.
Yep, we knew this was going to happen, and they weren't going to be perfect forever.
Exactly.
And if they do make it into the playoffs, they're going to pull another freaking choke job.
Yeah, everybody was getting hyped about Sam Darnold. Okay, yes, he's getting adjusted, but you all act like he's going to be MVP, and he's not going to, especially when he's playing for the Vikings.
Yeah, he's just with a better team. That's why he looks better. He's just been with garbage teams his career, and it's nice to see him get back up and show what he can do. And now the Vikings are showing that they know how to lose again.
Exactly, which was good to see. And then the Packers beat the Texans. Houston, why do you gotta do us like that? We needed that.
Yeah, for real. Houston's a good team, and I really thought they were going to come around and get
And
him, but man, that was
and I don't
close.
know if you watched the end of the game on Sunday for the Texans and the Packers, but Houston had some terrible clock management late in the game. So the 2 minute warning hit. The Texans were down 21-19. They were like in field goal range. I think the ball was at least the 15-yard line. I was hoping the Texans would force Green Bay to use all their timeouts, still pick up a first down, and nail the game-winning field goal as time expired. Nope. Poor clock management left Green Bay a fuck ton of time. Green Bay goes
Can't do
down and
that.
kicks the field goal, even though Green Bay did catch a major break because Romeo Doubs made a fantastic catch, and everyone's wondering, wait, is that incomplete? The clock was still running, and Matt LaFleur literally kind of quickly called timeout with 3 seconds left.
Wow. Yeah, when you're Houston, you cannot leave Green Bay so much time because they are a smart staff that
As much
they
as we
know
hate
how
that
to.
team, they are a smart team. You cannot leave all that time left against Green Bay.
Yep, especially with Jordan Love, man, he can really do it, and he can throw, he can run. And they know how to use that clock down and then just win the game at the end. That's what the Packers do. They are a smart team. I hate to admit it, but
Don't
they
we
are
all?
very smart. They are very, very, very good, and that proved it there because Houston is one of the top teams in the league right now, and the Packers just showed up and like, hey, don't forget about us. Jordan Love, there's a
Yeah.
reason that they're trying to prove why. There's a reason why this guy's highest paid quarterback.
I still think
Or
they gave him. I still think
maybe
they gave
someone
him
else
too
is
much.
now. I don't know. Every
I
contract
think
that
it's
comes
Dak.
out, every contract that comes out, it's like, oh, he's the highest paying quarterback. We'll see who's next.
Yeah. 5 months later. Oh, this guy. 5 months later. This guy. 5 months later. Next thing you know, we're gonna see somebody get a $300 million contract.
Oh yeah, it's stupid how much these players are getting, man.
And then it's just going to keep going up and 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 up. And the next thing you know, that NFL team is going to go bankrupt.
Yeah, but this is kind of going away from my point.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
Jordan Love is proving that he is worth all that money.
He is. He is. And
But we'll see towards the end of his career if it was really worth it.
exactly. He can easily get off to a hot start and then just completely shit the bed the rest of the way.
Yeah, we saw that last year.
Yep. Joe Burrow got that big contract last year. He didn't do much. Kirk Cousins got that big deal in Atlanta. He's doing okay.
Yeah, sometimes the money just gets ahead of them, man. Sometimes you can't pay these guys the big bucks because then they'll be thinking about that instead of playing the actual game.
Exactly. And then Ian, you were texting me last night. We had two Monday night games. The NFL wanted to try the ESPN Plus experiment, but I mean they're already games technically streamed on ESPN Plus with how, much streaming we're able to get with all of our streaming services.
Yeah, that was weird. Never seen two Monday night football games. You would think just keep one to have all
They
the eyes
happen
on one
like
channel.
maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it either, but
Yeah, but the Ravens took down the Bucks and Cardinals took down the Chargers. So,
Bucks are in trouble right now. They just lost their top two wide receivers for a little bit.
yep. Did you see Baker Mayfield was popping zins on the sideline?
Can't say I'm surprised. I was flipping back and forth between both games.
Yeah, he was stressed out.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, you just lost two of your top receivers, and you just got to make some adjustments for the Bucks.
Yeah.
And speedy recovery for Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. It's not looking pretty.
No, it's not. It just sucks to see because Baker finally found his team. He's looking good. He is looking
Yep.
like the quarterback we thought he was gonna be. And this is
I
just a
still
little
think
bit of
he'll
a
be
step
good.
back. Oh yeah, he'll still be great.
Yep. The 49ers let America down again by losing to the Chiefs.
Yep. That's a big letdown. The Chiefs still own the Niners.
Yep. The Browns lost to Sean Watson on Sunday. Good
Wah,
riddance. No,
wah,
no offense.
wah. Fuck all the people that are defending Deshaun Watson or that are hating on the people for booing him.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett, Jameis Winston, they were heavily defending Deshaun Watson. Okay,
Y'all are acting like you don't know what he did. I'm sorry.
they know what he did. Even LeBron James was defending him on Twitter, but like, dude, you are not looking good right now because
You're
number one, LeBron,
defending a criminal.
yeah, and LeBron was also friends with P. Diddy too,
Oh,
like very
that
close. So it kind of shows the people that he keeps in his circle.
yeah, those aren't good people to keep in your circle, but
Those are not fine gentlemen.
like no offense, Ian nowadays, I swear to God, big time celebrities nowadays have more clicks than friends, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Like Deshaun Watson, he has more clicks than friends.
Yep. Uh, oh, God, awful.
And that's unfortunately social media nowadays. There's like that one celebrity that thinks he's hot shit, when in reality they have just more clicks than friends. It's just
Yep.
fucked.
And they're just huge pieces of shit.
There's that too. That too. Hey, the Jacksonville Jaguars got a win in London.
Yeah, they finally got a home win in London. I mean, I might as well just call that their home because they just love playing
Seriously.
there.
And yeah, I was
But
just gonna say they're always there. Like I can only see how much hell would be if they actually did move to London.
there is no way that would
Mm-mm.
happen. You cannot have one NFL team based out in London. That would just be ridiculous. Number one, that would just be hell on the Jaguars because, you know, half of their games they have to travel out.
Yes, and
And
you're jet lagging. You're gonna have to leave early and stuff.
no, that would not work out. Now I can see like a European football league, like American football league. I don't know how.
Right.
I honestly don't know what they would name it over there because obviously soccer over there is football.
Yeah,
So what would
football.
they call it? Like the
London
European,
silly, London
yeah,
silly nannies.
right? Would they call it like the European American Football League? That's kind of a mouthful right there. So I think
The
they just have to
EAFL, that'd be interesting.
I don't know. We kind of have to, I think we have to come up with a new name for football, because it gets confusing with people over in Europe and people over here when we're trying to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. Those people in London be like, wait, that's not football. They're
Yeah,
touching it with their hands.
exactly. So like Patrick, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What else would you name football?
Exactly. That's just
It's hard.
a throw ball. Even that would sound terrible.
Throw ball, man. It's throw ball sounds better. Pointy ball? I don't know. You want to play some pointy ball? Got the points at the end. Pointy ball.
People,
And
I
here
don't
you
know.
go, the first pointy ball game in Europe.
Lace ball.
Lace ball. Lace ball, actually, that sounds pretty good.
Laces out and stuff. I'm like, oh, they got the laces. Lace ball.
Yeah, why not? Or just call it pigskin.
That too. That too, because it's the
That's a
nickname of
classic.
the football pigskin.
Yeah, why not just call it the European pigskin games?
I'm hearing announcers call football the rock ball.
Rock ball, yeah, I've heard that for basketball as well. Like pass the rock.
Yeah. Well, you might as well call that brick ball with how soft the NBA's been getting.
Right.
College will be much better anyway.
Got that starting up.
I don't know how often I'm going to watch the NBA, but
I'm gonna try and tune in to as many Memphis Grizzly games as I can.
yep. As I say, just so you can watch your boys at Giddy, because yeah, I don't have faith in the Bulls this year.
Mm-mm. Especially with who their owner is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, he's currently hurting two Chicago teams.
Yep. Well, apparently he wants to sell the White Sox. So,
About time.
yeah.
And I hope he
Which,
does.
yeah, that's a crack dream right there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. It'd pretty much be Merry Christmas if he actually does.
Right? It would be Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving all in one day.
Exactly. But anyway, Ian, week 8 is here. Another exciting week. The Bears play at Washington. It'll be a 3:25 game on Sunday, which is perfect because during football season, you and I and our friend and the rest of our friends, have a nice little schedule tradition. We watch football and racing. It's going to start with racing and then football.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice full day of sports, and man, we got a lot of good matchups this week too.
Oh, yes, we do. The Bears and the Commanders. I see the Bears getting this win.
Yeah, I do too. One game I've actually been kind of looking forward to is the Falcons Buccaneers game, but now that the Buccaneers two top wide receivers are out, that might be a landslide by Atlanta right there.
And Atlanta did win the first matchup this year in overtime. The very
Hmm.
in a finally entertaining Thursday night football game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a big one. You got Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow going at it.
Bills and
Um,
Seahawks is going to be a good one.
yes, it will. Texans and Colts. Uh, yeah, no, a lot of good games. The Cowboys and Niners. Go Niners.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then we have a toilet bowl game to wrap up the week on Monday night. Giants and Steelers.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So are they going to be? Is it going to be Russ or Justin for Pittsburgh?
It's a great question.
Yeah, because
I
honestly, Justin's been looking better, but
Yeah,
Russ did just win.
he did, and Fields still makes his same mistakes they did in Chicago, but
He's learning. He's
yeah,
learning.
but as much as we hate to admit it, Ian, we're better off without him.
Yeah, I really think so. It would have been nice if we kind of utilized him as kind of like a weapon a little bit, bring him in
Yeah,
when we need like some runs or something. Because
we
we
could
could
use
have
him as
kept
Taysom Hill.
exact. He could have been our Taysom Hill. That would have been cool, but I don't think Justin would have been behind that. He knows that he's a starting quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if the Bears would have won those 3 games that where they had those big leads, we'd be in the playoffs and we wouldn't be dealing with this. But here we are with Caleb Williams, who's just going to get better and better. I see a
Yeah.
Caleb Williams 3 touchdown game this Sunday.
Yeah, I do too. He looked really, really comfortable last week, especially playing in London. You're playing in a country you've maybe never even been before. Um,
Well, he has now and probably wants to go back.
yeah, absolutely. He loved it there. He looked just so comfortable with the team. Keenan Allen looked great. DJ Moore, everyone looked fantastic. Cole Kmet, I love the guy. Special teams player of the week last week. That was
Yes,
awesome.
yes. Oh my God, Kokomet, I love it. I love it.
Yep.
And we should have our whole defense back. Kyla Gordon left with hurt hamstring. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Hopefully, he's back. Jaquan Brisker will be back. Tyreek Stevenson will be back.
Yeah.
We'll
Everyone's
be
gonna be
fine.
nice, well and rested, and ready to fight.
Exactly. Well, anyway, Ian, let's go on to our picks this week for our games. Our lock, upset, and third winner. Would you like to go first?
I will. My lock is gonna be the Buffalo Bills
I
over the
like that.
Seahawks. My upset, I am gonna go. Ooh, let's see what my upset will be. I'm gonna go Dolphins over Cardinals. Uh,
Oh, I think Tua's going to be back this week.
yeah, Tua said he's back. We'll see if he balls out.
We'll see. It's going to take him some time.
And then my third pick, I am gonna go obviously Broncos over Panthers. That's an easy one right there.
I love it, man. Good picks, Ian. Well, here are my 3 picks. My lock this week, I'm taking the Falcons over the Bucks. The Bucks offense is pretty much banged up. Falcons already won the first matchup, so I'm going to take the Falcons to take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Easy
My
pickings.
Yep, my upset this week. A lot of hard upset picks for this week. But my upset, I'm gonna take the Eagles to beat the Bengals.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yep, Bengals are a 2-point favorite, mainly because they're hosting, but Philadelphia's been picking it up lately, so I see the Eagles getting the win. And my third winner, the Bears.
The Bears. Love it.
And that'll be it for our NFL talk this week. Not much talk for college football, except there's a new number one, the Oregon Ducks. No surprise.
Yeah, they don't even deserve that.
No,
You congrats, you stomped on Purdue. We don't really have shit.
exactly. You
Texas,
know,
Georgia was a good game.
yep. Indiana is somehow ranked.
Yeah, go figure.
Somebody beat Indiana, please.
Yeah. Tennessee, Alabama, one for the books. Yeah.
Smoke a cigar.
Yep. It was a good weekend of games, that's for sure.
Yes, it was. And, Ian, it's going to get more good with the months to come. Mizzou survived a scary upset against Auburn.
Yeah, couldn't believe that.
Yep. Sixth ranked Miami had to drop 52 on Louisville. You said Tennessee beat Alabama. Illinois continues to be impressive against Michigan.
Dude, how about those uniforms for Illinois? Those helmets were sick.
Yeah, apparently they said it took them 2 weeks to make each helmet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But those were
but
very detailed. I loved it. It looked like the old leather caps.
yep, like those Illinois equipment people, oh, they went to work on those uniforms. Holy shit. I
Hmm.
hope they got a good pay raise for that.
Oh yeah,
Yep. But yes, good weekend of games for college football, and we're going to see more down the road.
absolutely.
Yep. All right, Ian, let's go on to the baseball diamond. The World Series is set. 2 historic teams facing off on the diamond. You had a feeling this matchup was coming, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Dodgers, um, they got one of the best lineups in baseball. You got Shohei Ohtani. It's
Mhm.
about time this guy makes a World Series
Yeah,
appearance.
you got the best player in baseball right now up against a Yankee team that has finally gotten over the hump.
Yeah. Um, I'm so happy for Anthony Rizzo. I'm so glad that he gets to make another World Series appearance.
Exactly. I'm happy for Anthony Rizzo as well, and I'm happy for Shohei Ohtani. The guy was going through a living hell with the Angels, and I'm glad he left.
Yeah, all he had to do was go across the street to go find a World
Yep.
Series.
Now, Mike Trout, whenever you're healthy, do you want to, leave LA as well?
Yeah, right. Come to Chicago. Not the South Side. Not the South Side. That's where careers die.
Hey, Nicky Lopez, though, was a finalist for a Gold Glove, so there's something to smile about.
Yeah, the only positive out of your season.
Yes.
He batted like shit, but his glove was pretty good.
I was gonna say he may not have had a strong bat, but he had a damn good glove.
Yeah, that's for sure. So that's a positive. That's one. That's a good thing for him to leave on a high note for Chicago
Exactly.
because I don't think he's gonna resign.
No, yeah, I think he's love the guy, but he's out the door.
Yeah, unless he wants to stay for nostalgia purposes because he's a Sox fan at heart.
This is true.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I think
Yeah, no,
he wants to win.
exactly. And yeah, no, if Mike Trout, if he does come to Chicago Cubs, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude, just put him as a DH because I don't want him out in the field getting injured.
yeah, I was just gonna say, who is he gonna take over in the outfield? Because the outfield's pretty decent. It's just that the front office isn't
They don't like the budge.
that
Um,
and Craig Counsell wasn't aggressive enough this year.
no, man, it just seemed like he had no heart, no passion. Um,
Exactly. Like at first, everybody was excited to see Craig Counsell, and then that was it.
yeah, and it just kind of came crashing down. But okay, David Ross wasn't a great manager whatsoever. He was terrible. But at least this guy had some freaking heart for the
He
game.
did
He
have some
showed his
heart.
emotion. He got thrown out of games all the time. I think I only saw Craig Counsell get thrown out like twice.
Like getting thrown out of the game is not a bad thing.
Oh, it's not, man. It shows that you have passion for your team and the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it shows that you give a fuck. It shows that you give a fuck.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Now, players getting ejected. Okay, let the manager get ejected for you,
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel
depending on
like
the call.
it depends. Remember when Kyle Schwarber was thrown out when he was still with the Phillies? It was like like
Yeah.
two years ago or so. It was just a bad call. Like really bad. He was getting bad calls all night. He threw his bat to the ground and he was like, "All right, you're out of here." Be like, okay. And then there was like another one with like Bryce Harper getting tossed out for like absolutely nothing. Um,
Well, when does Bryce Harper not get tossed out?
Yeah, but that's what I like about Bryce Harper, man, is that he has
Yes.
heart for the game and he's a smart player. We know that he is one of the best in the league. And dude, these home plate umpires are just getting more and more ridiculous
This
every
is
single
true.
year.
Like they're all seriously taking note from Angel Hernandez and Joe West.
Yeah, I thought with those two gone, they're both retired now. I think. Is Angel still?
No, he's gone. I hope
Yeah, I
he's
was
gone.
gonna say I thought he was retired. But with those two gone, I thought umpiring was going to get better. It got worse. It got way worse. I didn't think it would get worse than Joe West and Angel. But
Well, one of the benefits for your TV ratings is that those calls will get those broadcasters, hyped up.
yeah, exactly. But we've seen the minor leagues do it. Why can't the majors do just the robot umps? Not even like robot umps, just have it correct. You know, in the
Yeah.
box. If it's in the box, it's a strike.
Yeah, correct would yeah, having it correct would be an understatement because I'm not sure how the robot umps would go, but
Yeah. But we've seen it experimented. Just
yep.
keep the first base umpire and the other umpires out in the infield, and that's it. No home plate umpire.
Yeah, for real. Like you can, and the other thing too, you can review the plays made at first, second, third, and home. Where for home plate, where for the behind the home plate umpire, you can't challenge a strike.
Yeah,
The ball.
exactly.
You can't. Where for those plays, yeah, you can actually challenge those.
Yeah.
Just make
And
sure it's worth the challenge.
yeah, exactly.
Because you don't have 20 challenges up your hanky. You gotta know like, okay, should we use it? Should we not?
Yeah, exactly. So they got to do something like just do it off of like the computer. Like if it's in the box, strike. If it's not, it's a ball. Just do it
Yeah.
right because the judgment call of these umpires is just getting fucking ridiculous and it's
Yeah, and
just
I'm
ruining
seeing
the game.
videos of, pictures, thinking, what? No, that was, come on. I'm seeing
Yeah,
pictures.
it's ruined like games for so many teams. It's gone the other way. It just makes things look bad.
Yeah, like we thought baseball, was not going to be a laughing stock, but now it is with our shitty commish, umpires. Like, it's bad, dude.
Yeah, Manfred is just he is definitely probably one of the worst commissioners in any sport, I would say.
He and Roger Goodell have definitely had a beer together.
Oh yeah.
I think Gary Bettman, if I said his name right, could also enter the category as well.
Yeah, especially after the 2012, 2013 lockout for sure.
And it was good for the Blackhawks.
Hey, it worked out for us. We won the Stanley Cup that year.
And we
The
got off to the
most.
best. We got off to the best start ever
It
in
was
the
like
league history.
26 straight points.
21-0-3 is what we started off as.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, so we had 24 points to start off the season. That was fucking stupid.
Yep. Hey, we still won the cup, so that's all that mattered.
Yep. Oh man, that's still my favorite Stanley Cup run out of any Blackhawks season.
Yeah, that would be one. 2010 would be two, and then 15 would be three.
Yeah, 15 just because we won at home finally.
Yeah, there was really nothing to look at besides us being the Road Warriors, winning all those fucking crazy overtime games, and then, yeah, winning at home.
Triple overtime with Boston in the first game.
Oh
That
yeah,
was 2013.
13, yeah. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
overtimes
20.
against the Preds, the
Yep.
one against the Ducks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. But no, back to Bryce Harper before we get into the World Series. Yeah, he's starting to show that he's worth that much now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I knew he was worth that much to begin with. He's started off his career with a bang, and he's just showing that he's just a good all around player, and he's durable.
Exactly. But yes, Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. I mean, these are two teams that used to play ball in New York City.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna have the old Battle of New York, I guess, but now it's the Battle of the U.S. because you got one team all the way on the East Coast, one
And then one
team
team
all
out
the
on the
way on the
West
West,
Coast.
and it's gonna be such a great matchup. I don't know why people are saying this is gonna be such a shitty World Series. They just hate it because it's the Yankees and the Dodgers. Well, guess what? They were the best teams of
They
this year,
were.
and we're gonna see some amazing cinematic baseball coming up
I
this
hope
week.
so, dude. Especially with how disappointing last year's World Series was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, dude, you're gonna have Aaron Judge out there. You're gonna have Shohei. You're gonna have two of the
Garrett
best batters
Cole,
in the
Freddie
league.
Freeman, Mookie Betts,
Man, oh man, this is gonna be one for the ages. I cannot wait.
and Garrett Cole will be starting this week for the Yankees.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Betts, Freeman, Max Muncy, Shohei
Ooh.
Ohtani.
So,
I mean,
Pat, who you got winning the World Series this year,
oh,
bud?
it's a great question, but that's a great question. First and foremost, it's going to seven.
Oh, dude, it has to go to seven with these matchups. Absolutely.
I'm obviously not a big fan of both teams, but they deserve to be in. I'm going to take the Dodgers mainly for Shohei.
All right. Yeah, I like it. I don't know, man. I think it's the Yankees' time. Well, number one, I'm biased just for Anthony Rizzo.
I was gonna say.
Anthony Rizzo is my favorite baseball player of all time. Um, I don't know, man. Yankees, they have just won so many World Series in their time. What will this be? 28, 29,
28.
28. So yeah, they know how to win World Series. They got some great pitching. They have a
Yep. The
bunch of
Yankees have
great
had their
batters.
fair share of great players from back in the day. I mean, Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Roger Maris. I mean,
The
that
list goes on and on and
on
on. They
and
know how to
on and
build a
on.
good team. But
It-
Pat, like you said, I totally agree with you. This is going to go to game seven, but I think it's going to end up in the Bronx this year.
okay, I like that pick. But yeah, and then there's a reason why they call the Yankees the evil empire, because getting all these good players left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right.
Yeah, well, now the Dodgers are doing the same thing, except they're over in the West Coast. So,
Yep.
I mean, both
Step
teams have just great all-around pitching, all-around batting, great management. It's it's going to be one for the age. This might be one of the best World Series matchups we've seen in over a decade.
the last really good World Series we had was the Cubs and the Guardians. I mean, sure, the Astros and Dodgers went to seven, but that
We
was an
know,
okay that was an okay 7 game series until we found out what Houston did. We're like, okay, nope, nope.
yeah, it took all the amazingness out of that World Series because I was actually really happy for Houston for winning that World Series.
Yep. And now we're like, oh, now we feel bad for the Dodgers.
Hmm. Yeah, we have to feel bad for the fucking Dodgers.
Unfortunately, even though they did eliminate the Cubs that year.
Yep, that's why I was rooting for Houston,
Oh
and
yeah.
then they broke my heart, made me look like an
Yep,
idiot.
before they did something stupid.
Yep.
Even though they were already doing something stupid, they just got caught.
Yeah, and it took them a few years to find out.
Yep. Well, let's just say they didn't do it smartly, because let's be real. All teams are gonna find a way to steal signs and shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. We know this about sports. Like every single sport, someone is trying to push the limit.
But it ain't cheating if you don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. And Astros got caught in the worst way
Yep,
possible.
exactly. But yes, Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. I mean, I won't be surprised to see any team win, but of course, I'll be happy for Shohei and
Oh yeah.
Rizzo.
Yeah, Shohei, he definitely deserves a ring. If he doesn't get it this year, the Dodgers are just gonna keep coming back.
Exactly. Just when we all said last off season that this is make or break for Dave Roberts, and he finally, got over the hump. Needs to
Yep,
get
this
that World Series, but it's a good
hey,
start so far.
him just taking this team to the World Series, I think that was a career saver right there. This is
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to add more time to his contract over there.
Yeah, because if he didn't make the World Series, I think he would have been out the door.
Yeah, it was starting to look a little shaky, but man, they he turned the team around this year, and they just
Yep.
the number one thing was just getting Shohei.
Yep. Oh, the Yankees manager, Aaron Boone. He also played for the Yankees.
Yeah, so that's what I love when you get like former players for these
Yep.
teams and their managers, and they take them to the World Series. That's so cool.
I wonder how the Fox stream is going right now with Big Poppy and Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, right. Having a little war right now.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're in the World Series. I'm going Dodgers."
He would just do it, man. He hates the Yankees.
Exactly. It's weird too how Ian. I don't think we've noticed this, but another year where we see a World Series team, because
Yep,
we
we
saw the
saw the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
We saw the Dodgers back in April. Last year
Yeah,
we saw the Texas Rangers back in April.
yeah, it's very true. So
Yep.
we're having a good streak of seeing these guys.
Yep. 2021, I saw the 2021, I saw the Houston Astros when they made in person when they made the World Series. Like Jesus Christ, we're on streaks. We're seeing teams from
Yeah,
the World
right.
Series. 2017, we saw the Cubs after a World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, I mean the list just keeps going on and on and on. I remember I saw the Red Sox in 2007 when they made the 2007 play the White Sox.
Oh, hell yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, damn, I saw some of these teams, who made the World Series, and I've officially seen every MLB team in person.
That's awesome, dude.
I know it's a pretty cool milestone and stuff to see all MLB teams in person. Well, it also helps too when you have so many games in during the season.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, where for NFL, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, for real.
Yep. Well, anyway, Ian, that'll do it for our baseball talk, and now let's go to the racetrack. We had ourselves whew, an interesting weekend in Las Vegas where some drivers took a really hard gamble, and then there were some that just got completely lucky.
Yeah, really, really lucky.
You want to know who's one of those lucky drivers?
Is his name Joseph Logano?
His name is Joseph Logano because he is lucky in so many aspects. He flukes his way into the round of 8 because Alex Bowman got disqualified, and look what the son of a bitch does. Wins the race and is
Well,
in the championship four.
all right, let's start from the beginning here. Nashville Super Speedway earlier this year.
Oh,
There was
with
just a
5 overtimes,
few
right?
there was just a few laps to go. Denny Hamlin had this in the bag, and Austin Cindric pulls a dumbass move and spins out, brings out the caution. 5 overtimes later, Joey Logano comes to life. He was nowhere to win this fucking race. He was having
Right.
a horrible fucking season. Wins the race, noses his way into the playoffs. Go fucking figure.
Yep. And you were
And then,
you thought
like you said, Bowman gets disqualified. He weasels his way into the round of 8. And now he was able to save enough fuel at Las Vegas and win the race and weasel his way into the round of
yep.
4.
And you could say he also weaseled his way to a win in Atlanta as well because of that big wreck you had at the end.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy's been lucky all season. I think he's like 15th in like regular points. That's stupid. This should not be happening. This playoff format is so flawed. Winning you're in is a bunch of bullshit. I do not like it. It's
Yeah.
so dumb. So dumb.
Exactly. And going back to Nashville again, drivers that was Denny Hamlin's win if Cindric doesn't pull it. Like Hamlin had a shot, Chase Elliott had a shot, possibly Kyle Larson had a shot to win at Nashville, and then comes that disgusting yellow Pennzoil car, Joey Logano. And last weekend we were talking on the show, we when we found out Logano was moving on after this qualification, you had this I had that feeling. I unfortunately had that feeling, as much as I hate to admit it.
It's an even numbered year. Joey Logano is going
Exactly.
to win the championship.
Exactly. 22 won the championship. 2020 didn't win it, but still got
2018,
in. 18,
2018 he won
yep.
it. So, and every time he's won a championship, 2018, he only had like 2 or 3 wins that year. 2022, he only had a couple wins that year. Same thing for this year, man.
Yeah.
This is all lining up to be a Joey Logano championship. And honestly, if you are a betting man, you would be dumb not to put money on Joey Logano to win it. Honestly,
Exactly.
I've been kind of thinking about it. It would be pretty high odds to put money on him.
Yeah.
Cash out. Why not? It just seems like it's going to be I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but
Don't
that's
we
going to
all, dude? Don't
yeah,
we all? I mean,
except the Joey fans.
yep, everybody's thinking, hey, Kyle Larson. No, 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 no,
I
no.
would much rather have a Kyle Larson championship than Joey Logano just because Kyle Larson actually deserves it.
He does deserve it, and I'm not a big Kyle Larson fan, but I will take that over fucking Joey Logano.
Oh
And
yeah.
those Joey
Patrick,
Logano,
I know you're smart. I know you hate Joey more than Kyle.
exactly, exactly. Well, I was shitting on Joey, before Kyle Larson turned into Kyle Larson.
Right.
And I will admit, in 2020, Chase Elliott did take a win away from Logano at Bristol. I will admit that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just racing. Shit like
Yeah,
that is going to happen. But
hard
hey,
racing.
Brad thanks Chase Elliott for that every day.
It's okay because Chase won all that year, so it's all good.
Yeah, right.
We didn't have to worry about Joey Logano and stuff after he got that win at Kansas after that horrific package.
I saw something that said like if Joey Logano wins this championship, I want you all to apologize to Chase Elliott for 2020 and
Well, it's
Kyle
funny.
Busch for 2015.
Well, it's funny too. I mean, looking at back at that 2020 championship race, I mean, Logano almost threw out a caution with two to go.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So, but yeah, all Logano fans right now are definitely laughing at us fans right now for shitting on them because I'll admit I was taking shots at Logano when he was wrecking a lot this year.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I still
Yep.
remember that one fan at the 500, a couple rows behind us, screaming, Logano! And I'm like, buddy, shut the fuck up. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was very, very happy on Sunday.
Yep. And then when he wrecked in Atlanta, that one girl's like,
Hmm. Oh man.
and now
It's
look at this. I'm like, fuck.
Yep. Just shows that this playoff format is flawed. But man, besides that, that was one hell of a race at Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tyler Reddick flipped on the front stretch. We have never seen that at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that was actually the first time that a Toyota has flipped in NASCAR since 2016.
Really?
Yep, it has been 8 years, and that was
I'm
Matt
just glad he's
Kenseth at
okay.
Talladega. Yeah, me too. That was rough, but dude, the coolest thing about that, Tyler Reddick flips. And then he drives it to pit road. He drives it to his pit stall, and he's like, "Put new tires on it. Let's go, let's go." And I was like, that is some Dale Earnhardt shit right there. I just
Yeah.
flipped the car, but I like he still wanted the race, but the toe links were broken.
It
The
was
car was
already
fucked.
fucked.
But he was determined to get that thing back on the track. That's what I like about Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick has definitely been winning me over a lot lately these past few years. And I'm like, this dude's really acting like he did not just flip, but he did. But
Dude's a badass. He has a
good for you,
straight
buddy.
badass move right there.
Exactly. And and then, but yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't race. Now he's in trouble. He's below the cut line. I think he could get it together. He's gonna need to, race consistent and just
We're going to one
hope.
of his best tracks next weekend, Homestead. Like
Yep.
him and Kyle Larson, man, those are the guys to watch out for Homestead this week because those guys can rip the high line there, and that's the fastest way around. So
Yep.
I don't think Reddick has really anything to worry about. I know your boy Chase Elliott was also involved in that ruck, and he
Yeah,
was
he's
just
in trouble.
yeah, he was having some trouble throughout there, and yeah, Chase Elliott 53 points down.
He pretty much needs to win and he's in.
Yeah, but he's won at Martinsville before.
Has one at Martinsville, and he's almost won at Homestead.
Yeah, so he
I'm not
has a
counting
shot.
him out
But
just yet.
the thing about Chase this year, he hasn't really been winning, but he's been very consistent. But I don't think the consistency in these two races is going to get
No.
you above that cut line. So that nine to
Especially when
nine,
you said how far he's down, he pretty much needs to win a race and he's in.
yeah. So Alan Gustafson, they really need to put something into this nine car for the next 2 weeks if they want a shot
Yep.
at winning the championship. And it sucks because I would really say that Chase Elliott deserves to be in the championship for it just because he's been probably the most consistent driver all
He
year.
has.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for how if he doesn't make it, man, I'm already happy that, after what happened last year, I'm like, you know what? He had a good bounce back year. He's fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But yeah. I mean, yeah,
Denny
it's
Hamlin too.
Danny Hamlin's in trouble. That's no surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney, I mean, he's had a shaky year, so
Yeah.
it's been a kind of a championship hangover year for Blaney.
Yeah, it has been. But we thought it wasn't in the summer because he got the win at Iowa Speedway, looked great. We got the win at Pocono. I figured, oh, okay, he's woken up. And then he just
Yeah.
slowly declined.
Yeah, it hasn't been winning, but he was consistent, but definitely he did not need that trouble on Sunday.
Nope. Christopher Bell almost punched his way in, and
Did you
then
hear him on his radio when he crossed the finish line?
I'm sure he was pissed. Yes, he was
He
like said
was
something about.
pissed. Dude, he had if he had one more lap, he would have caught Joey.
Yep, but instead, Logano's in.
Hey man, they played it smart. You
They
got to give
did
credit to Paul Wolf for giving Joey enough fuel to finish that race. And I
that
was
20.
surprised that we had such a long green flag run at the end too.
Yeah, that 22 team. You've seen National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, right?
Oh yeah.
That 22 team was basically all clones of Nick Papagiorgio. Hitting it on the head at the tables, slot machines, winning the cars. I mean, that's basically what they did at Vegas. Like they got it at the tables, they got on the machines, they got the slots, they just
They did
everywhere.
everything right. Yeah, they did what they had to because they knew that they didn't have a car that could go out there and just flat out win this thing. They did it by strategy, and that was so damn smart.
Yep.
Joey Logano, he smart driver, dude. He held that shit together. He saved enough fuel. He saved enough tire to just barely hold off Christopher Bell there at the end. Um,
Yeah.
Smart movie. I mean, cannot hate the player. You gotta hate the game. You cannot shit on Joey Logano for this or the 22 team because they did exactly what they needed to do
Exactly. As
to get
much as we
themselves
hate
into the championship.
Logano, we as much as we hate Logano, they yeah, I respect how they won that race.
No, yeah, you got to give them props because that was incredible. Because there was
Exactly.
no way in hell that they were going to win this race legitimately.
No. But Christopher Bell comes up oh so close again for a second straight fall in Vegas.
Man, so close. Like I said, I keep saying this every week, man. Do not sleep on Christopher Bell. Again, we're going to two tracks that he's even good at too. He's really good at Homestead, and he's so damn good at
Yep.
Martinsville.
He's currently 42 points to the good right now. So as long as he stays consistent and
Clean.
there's a win and nobody wins that's below the cut line, he should be fine. But I think he's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, like, dude, this is going to be such a crazy battle because honestly, any of these guys in these seven other guys can win one of these races.
Exactly. And and Homestead puts on a great race. Let's hope the short track package gets its shit together at Martinsville, which it
It won't.
won't. Looking at your nod.
It won't. We know
Yep.
dude, fucking looking at the Bristol Fall race, that shit sucked compared to the spring. I am
I,
I'm
dude,
honestly scared.
I almost fell asleep at your place we were hanging out for that race. I kid you
Yeah,
not.
that race was terrible. So
I
honestly,
almost fell asleep.
And Martinsville has probably been the worst short track that we've been racing at in the next gen era. So it's the drivers got to make it a good one. They
Yep.
gotta they gotta give each other the
And
bumper.
we
They
saw how bad it was when the cars debuted on that track. We were like, well, you were at a wedding that night,
Yeah, I'm
and I
glad
was
I didn't
just
have to watch that.
yeah, I was just stuck on the couch like, what am I watching?
Yep,
Yep.
pretty bad. So
Yep.
expect a lot for Homestead, not Martinsville.
Yeah. And then
I think
Xfinity. Oh,
I was
sorry.
just gonna say I think Martinsville, whoever really starts in the top five, I think someone's gonna win it in there.
Yes. And then for Xfinity, who the fuck would have expected AJ Allmendinger?
I didn't.
Neither did I.
Who's been ass all year and then comes out of nowhere and wins Vegas. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it, unfortunately. Um,
Yeah, we pretty much know what went
but
down, and
AJ Allmendinger was amazing, I guess, and won. So he's in the championship four.
yep. You got AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Chandler Smith right now in the top four for Xfinity. Drivers like Austin Hill, Jesse Love, Sam Mayer, and Sammy Smith are below the cut line.
Honestly, this top four right here is who I see in the championship four.
I agree.
Um, Sorry, bud, but Austin Hill, he just hasn't been good on non-super speedways this year. Jesse
Yeah.
Love, it's Jesse Love's rookie year. That's huge that
Yeah.
he made the round of eight. Um,
Hill. Hill also hasn't been consistent enough in some races. I mean, yes, there are where he has, but there are some where he's not. So,
Yeah, I don't think Sam Mayer can beat Allgaier, Custer, or Chandler Smith. I think those three guys are too
nope.
good. And Sammy Smith, man, he just really has not been relevant. He got that one win a few weeks ago, and that's been about it for the story of Sammy Smith. So
Yep,
I
it's
really do think this top four of Dinger, Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Chandler Smith, that's going to be your championship four.
yep. Well, Ian, speaking of Homestead Miami, we got a full weekend with the trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Who do you see in victory lane at all three levels?
Alrighty, well, let me look at our good friend Bob Pockrass to go see what our driver lineups are, just in case we're getting some guys.
Super
Um,
trusted source for NASCAR, by the way.
yep. All right, we got William Sawalich in the one. I like him. I'm gonna go William Sawalich to win the truck race.
Okay.
I am gonna go. Ooh, Ryan Truex is gonna be in the 26. That's a good pick, but I am actually gonna go for a guy that had his heart broken, Parker Kligerman.
I like that.
And then for the Cup Series, I am gonna go Tyler Reddick.
I like that pick.
Big
Tyler
bounce
Reddick.
back.
He pretty much needs it because he's below the cut line.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I like that. Good picks, Ian. All right. Well, for the trucks, this guy has been quietly consistent all year. He's below the cut line, but he's only five below the cut line. Give me Roger Caruth.
Raja, that would be great.
Yep.
He's good at the mile and a halfs too.
Yep. Xfinity. You know what? Since AJ Allmendinger finally woke up and pulled something out of his ass, give me Justin Allgaier.
All right. Yeah, it would be nice to, Allgaier, he's been consistent, but if he's not consistent, he's wrecking.
Yeah, that's the
So,
problem.
mhm.
And then for the cup, I like your Reddick pick, Ian, but I'm gonna have to take a Hendrick driver. And you Kyle Larson fans, please put your dicks away. That's not who I'm leaning towards. This driver has won here before, and it's the 24 of William Byron.
Hell yeah. Willie B is just quietly good at Homestead, Miami, and he proved it. What was that? His second career win at Miami, right?
Yes, because yeah, he
Yeah.
won at Daytona Summer Race at 2020, and then won at Homestead. So yeah, William Byron, don't sleep on him.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, it's gonna be a Chevy or a Toyota day. I feel like I don't really think any of the Fords are gonna show up this weekend.
Yeah, they haven't in a while
Hmm.
at Homestead.
They used to be their track, man. They used to dominate there.
All right, Ian. Well, that'll do it for our topics. Now let's wrap up with our big three and our fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. This week's big three to honor the World Series, our big three favorite baseball movies. Ian, I'll let you go first.
Well, obviously, I'm a Cubs fan. I gotta go with Rookie of the Year, of
As you
course.
should.
Can't go wrong with The Sandlot. That's a
Nope, you're
classic
killing me,
right there.
Smalls.
And then, of course, maybe my all-time favorite is the Bench Warmers.
I like that pick, Ian. Those are some good picks. All right. Well, for my big three, favorite baseball movies, you can't go wrong with 42.
Oh, absolutely.
Next one, A League of Their Own.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, man. Gotta love the Rockford Peaches.
Yep. And then, oh boy, yeah, there's a lot of good baseball movies out there, Ian. But my third one, come on, Field of Dreams.
Yes, absolute classic.
Yep, great movies. Love all these baseball movies, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a great World Series between the Yankees and the Dodgers. I'm excited.
Absolutely, man.
All right, Ian. Well, let's wrap up with our fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. Ian, I'll let you go first.
My fantastic play, man. We talked about it a little earlier. Paul Wolf and Joey Logano on that fuel saving run to get him into the championship four. That was
Yep.
fantastic. That was amazing. Um, my bonehead play of the week. It's hard to go against just Purdue's performance against Oregon.
Yeah.
In the past years, we have been able to play Spoilermakers against some of the top 5 ranked schools.
Yes, you have.
And this time we just got our asses chewed up.
Yeah,
So
no, I
we need to
mean,
fire Coach Walters here. This is getting ridiculous.
taking a look, at some of the past games Purdue has played against these good teams, you figure, oh, we've actually given these teams so maybe we could. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some good picks, Ian. Let's go on to my fantastic and bonehead play of the week. My fantastic play is Saquon Barkley's revenge game against his old team. 176 rushing yards and a touchdown.
Incredible.
Yep. My bonehead play of the week. The Vikings pulling the ultimate choke job.
Yep. Good things can't last forever. Sorry, Minnesota.
Yep, that's how the Vikings are.
Yep.
And that wraps up the show. Ian, another great episode of the Cuddles Mojo in the books.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Can't wait for the World Series start up this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series. I'm expecting 7 games.
I hope so, buddy. That's what America wants.
Yep. If not, I'll be disappointed.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Cuddles Mojo. We will see you next time.